Morning, Dowse.
Morning.
First off the bat, bit of news about some loans.
Connor Hall, he's going to stay there for another month till January. He's playing the FA Cup, which we're wishing well this weekend. And at the minute we're scoring a lot of goals, and he needs to, he scored a great goal in the FA Cup. I've seen he needs to get cracking, score goals for them as well to come back down and get another team. So I wish Connor all the best up there. He's enjoying himself, I think. Ben Gavin going to go to Oxford City for just 28 years. He'll be in our team, Ben. Ain't a problem there. We both agree. He needs to get 2 or 3 games down his belt and all that. He's been very close to getting in our side, even though he hasn't had much game time. It's absolutely fine. He's good about 28 years. He's playing the FA Cup, I think, on telly on Sunday, I believe, which would be great for Ben. It'd be good for Oxford City. It'd be good for him. It's good for us. We couldn't just whack him back in because unfair all round. So him getting 90-minute games is going to be brilliant, and it'll be good all round. So I'm sure when he gets back, he'll get another team. That's the plan.
I'm curious as to how these things arise.
Yep.
Is it a case of Oxford City noticed he wasn't getting a game and contacted you?
And things on daft. Ben's a blinking good player, and I got the team this season last year.
Yeah.
Fantastic, and stuff. So there's no problems about that at all. And even like little things I can tell you against Dowse at half time. I remember going to him saying, "Listen, you're going to come on here," because I wasn't happy how we're defending. But they've done very well second half, and defensively on Saturday we were excellent. So we're getting the team at the minute. He's been out a long time, as you know, but you're getting most sides in our league and the league down. So there's a few clubs come in for him. So it's just like saying to him, listen, him saying to me as well, listen, I need to have 5 or 6 games, because long term, our team. Short term, just needs to get some games on his belt. He'll be great for Oxford. Oxford will be good to him. And he's got some big games coming up. I'm sure it's not like a 2 month, it's 28 days. That's all it is. And after 28 days, before you all a short game, you can come back and get another team.
Good.
But we're all agreed on it. It's not one of them you fall out about it. We're both agreed that's what he needs to do. And how can you just let somebody who hasn't played competitive football for March and had an injury all of a sudden jump in our team and not knowing how long he can last? We'll find out, and stuff. And I'm sure he'll do very well.
I'm sure he will. Wish him all the best.
Yeah.
And I'm going to jump down my list a bit here, because now you've mentioned that. There was all this sort of discussion about how good a centre-back is Jack Cook. He must have really amazed you this season, hasn't he?
For the majority of it. Not all of it, to be honest.
No, okay,
for the majority of it. He's done well, at times he's done well, but also we're conceded about 19 goals in 4 games or whatever. I know it's not that much, but you're thinking, well, hold on a minute, I was down to 2 centre-halves in my opinion. I thought, or back 4 and goalkeeper weren't defending very well at all. But the last couple of games, and on Saturday, we were unbelievable. The second half shape of the team on Saturday was unbelievable. But we've got to defend against Sutton, who will go direct in the front against them. And so that's when you put your centre half. So if you had us asked us after especially the Gillingham game and the Bournemouth game, and also the Kings Lynn debacle and all that, and I would have said no, and all that, now he's come back and doing very well, so he's doing okay. But not amazed as no, because he's always been a decent centre half. It's just the both of them having the physicality when it comes against Sutton. So if you ask us this next week, I'll give you a better answer.
But would you not agree that he's, maybe because of the pressure on him to stay in the team, he has stepped up a level compared to the past?
I think, if you've seen 12 games, I think 6 of the games he's done very, very well. He obviously done okay, but he's had some shockers. But it can't be about Jack Cook, because he's always done well for his cookie. I've had him at 2 different clubs. He's always done well at right back, centre half, and all that. He's always done great. And at the minute, great. He's like as good as anybody else. You know what I mean? But the bottom line is, when the physicality comes and all the rest of it, like the 2 centre halves, one's a young kid who shot with delight that he's got his contract at West Brom. Delighted for him. But it's going to be a physical test on Tuesday. So if he can handle that physical test, that's the back for the goalkeeper. If he can handle that, then it will. But I'm not taking away how we were excellent on Saturday. The back 4, we got outstanding on Saturday. How we kept their shape in the team. So if back 4s win you things anyway. I'm big. But so we certainly won us a game. I know it's an attack and threat and all of that, but that wouldn't happen if a back 4 weren't as solid as he was solid on Saturday.
Yeah. The reason I'm sort of pursuing it a bit, if you like, is that you've always said in these interviews and anywhere else that players drop themselves.
Yes.
And he clearly hasn't.
100%.
Because you've played him every game.
I play him every game. Hasn't dropped yourself at all. Same as Shotton. We haven't done enough to get left out of the team. And what close because of the 4 games we're talking about, where again I keep going when we lost every game. and all that and stuff like that. And even I didn't think we're training that well as a back four unit as well, but not enough to leave the team. So like I say, nobody's dropped herself and all that, you know. So I'm delighted, you know. And obviously Cooper's out the team coming up, in with his suspensions and stuff like that. Now, hopefully he'll take a while to get back in. That's what you got to hope.
Yeah.
I'm not just going to put him straight back in unless somebody drops their self, as you say. So when he's opportunity, I've said about the squad and the frustrations. There's nobody more frustrated than Tops. There's nobody more frustrated than him with me in the chats every week in a fair manner. You know, he wasn't happy with me in a fair manner, but he's got himself back in the team. He runs 90 yards to make a tackle. He goes up over and scores a goal and all the rest of it. So fantastic for him as well. You know, he just couldn't get in the team because we were doing so well at the time. You know.
Sure.
Yeah.
The other player that I think many people think of has stepped up a level this season's Kane Ferdinand.
Brilliant. Player of the season. At this minute, 10 games. Player of the season. Absolutely outstanding. Him and Max Cosmo. You know, where Max has went another level, in my opinion, and Kane's been outstanding, absolutely outstanding, going box to box, winning header on both ends. He's been outstanding all the way around. Yeah.
So what have you done to get this out of him that some of us would claim we always knew was there, but you've got him doing it now?
I think it's down to me, and I had a chat underneath the clock, very romantic as he doing with Waterloo, and we had a chat about that, and I think a lot of managers might have got into him and all that, you know, and said, you know, we've got to do this, and at times I've shouted at him and he shouted back, and I've tried to love him and he's tried to love back, and I says, no, it's up to him. No, he's got to get out himself, and he has done. So it's nothing to do with me, it's all down to him, and he's got to out himself, because I sort of said when we had that chat that he's a good player in there, but how's he got a relegation on his CV, a promotion on his CV, doing all that? He's excellent when he's excellent, not so good when he's not so good. You mentioned the games last year, you can pick out Stockport, Halifax, it's every game this year, every game. So he's done that himself and all that, you know, so I think it's the credit's down to him. And
his goal return is massively up on previous seasons.
Oh, he's done great, but again, managers can get into people, but something it's like the two performances coming up. It's down to players, you know. Managers will give it a big in and say, "Oh, it's all down to me," and tackling and all the rest of it and stuff. And they probably had a good thing at Ian Day. I wasn't here, to be honest, but it's all that way. It's all down to the players at the end of the day. It's the players what win your matches. And Kane, it's always saying, oh yeah, well, what we said to Kane, what we've done differently. No, he's done something differently. He's getting out himself, and that's where, do you call it man management or whatever, I've put it all back onto him, because I think he's a big good player. But if he's continuing how he's doing at the minute, he'll probably get a move, to be honest. He's doing that well.
Actually, when I was making notes for this, I actually wrote that down. Do you think there's a danger of losing it?
I think
he's doing so well.
It kind of tell you, I'm black and white at the minute. You want to keep this club in the last, well, since I've been charged, we've never kept the best players. We've never kept them. Hopefully that can change coming up January, whatever, you know, the new regime coming in and all that, you know, and stuff like that. We lost, especially Musa de Harva, JK, 16 goals, Musa de Harva, Loza and all that, you know, and stuff like that. Maybe Sean Brooks or whatever. We lost our best three players ish, you know. People say Casey and obviously I'm not knocking, but we lost three players we desperately keep. Okay, when I got the job, first thing we done was lose Charlie Carter and all that, you know, and stuff like that. We did and all that, you know. And you know, even the promotion season when we got there, we had a chat with Marnie Little, lost him as well. When we lose a big three, I wouldn't say a 5 complete, but when we lose a big three, then so it'd be nice to have a change around that. We keep the best players and all that, you know. And I don't know what happened before my time. I think when you had your relegation, you sold a couple of players as well in that relegation season, all that, you know. So I think over the last 5-10 years, you know, you've always lost your best players, really, you know, like, you know. Hopefully we've got to try to change the screw that. We'll keep the best players, and we'll keep the best players out of them when we move forward the next couple of years. But Kane at the minute, you know, has been absolutely phenomenal, you know, I really think.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
What have you got any news on injuries you can share?
Ian Dyer's better.
I was going to ask.
Ian Dyer's better. He said to me, Dowse, keep it quiet, don't say a word. But he got back and he realised I never kept it quiet, how bad he was. Like, you know, so he had to get the tin hat on yesterday. He had to get loads of stick. He got loads off everybody. But listen, he's been doing his work now. It's changed. He's been doing his work. He's been phenomenal around the place now. The last few years, he's been fantastic for the football club. But everybody gets banter here and all that, you know, and stuff like that. So he took his fair share of stick yesterday. But it's nice to see him back and smiling, back on the training ground again. And it's all good. Johnny Goddard might need a bit more treatment on his ankle, I believe. And what, you know, Blocky's fit again. He's fit, so he trained tomorrow, so he's fit again. Blocky of his hamstring, and you're looking a bit weird there, David.
I'm just trying to see the time on the phone.
Oh no, that's okay. It's another sackable offence by you, David. It's a girl, so it's and that's all about David. About honestly, we'll get too off about these things, but about him talking. Blockie's back to fitness, brilliant. So he's back in the film on Saturday as well, and so all good. So apart from that, we're injury free. Dowse is training well. Wants to get the team. Probably frustrated he's not in the team, but like you say, nobody's been decided to get left out with that at the minute.
Yeah, that's the main point in Clive's long article on the back page of the Woking Advertiser this week, is you saying that you can't pick everybody, and you're bound to upset people. Yeah,
it's tough luck. Like Manchester, it's tough luck when you lose games. You got to mention young Jaden Ware, you know, and he's scoring hat-trick goal on a youth team. And his chance will come. He'll score a goal at our level. I'm sure he will. And he's doing very well. But he's got to be delighted to be around the first team at 17. Absolutely delighted. And you know, he can get frustrated about because of all the things. And it's not about Jaden, Ben Gavin, Matt Jarvis, or Josh Keane. It's not about them. It's about the team winning games. Now, people have gone selfish. I'm not saying anybody else, but people say, and it becomes about them. And that's why I say stay off Twitter. Because you're not good enough to write on Twitter, to be honest, in my opinion. Write about your life and blinking being a carpenter or something on Twitter. Don't write about football on Twitter, because you're not actually good enough. And now it's your family to write about you on Twitter. So stay off the Twitter stuff. Concentrate on football. I mean, in general, the big squad. It's not about you. It's about Working Football Club. It's not about me. It's about Working Football Club. So if you're not in a team, have it out with me. But it's tough luck. Get in a team. What have I got to do? Get in a team. Keep doing what you're doing, or do better. At the minute, we've scored 10 goals. How would that change the centre forward? How would that change the two great results? How would that change the defensive display? You're right, I can't do it. So you want these lads to go out and learn to get in a team. For example, young Jaden score more goals in the youth team, which he's been doing to get in the team. But it's not about them. You know, once this comes to them, you get rid of them, because it's got to be about the team. So Matt Jobs another one. We've got him here to be the next Clive Walker, or whatever he's doing. But I mean, he's not in the team. He's got to do something to get in the team. You know, we'll help him do that, and want to get a chance out there to keep it. So the amount of people come in, and they do come in, oh yeah, what have I got to do to get in the team? At the minute, it's blinking hard, and at the minute you ain't getting in the team because we're doing so well at this end. So the bottom line is, it's got to be, you do the best you can to get in this team. And at the minute, I haven't got any answers for ones who are not in it.
Right. In fairness to yourself, I think you've been sort of looking after Jaden Ware a bit on behalf of the
100%,
Youth Cup.
100%. And you know, against Dover, for example, I would have put him on, but because we're winning 5-1, I thought if he gets a knock, he can't. And the kids are going to play against Brighton. We actually had the kids train with us on Tuesday, and all that, you know, and stuff. And because they've got some good young talent in the youth team, and you know, they can't say I haven't, because I've watched all the cup games. I have. I went down and watched them. You know, when it won 7-0, great. When fighting the youth team, great. I watch you in our 23s when I can as well. So I know what's going on. I get things off Scott and the youth team players, and Max is involved there now, and who gives good feedback and all the rest of it. So I don't think we've done any more for them, to be honest, which is great. And you know, I hope that they are expecting to beat Brighton, in my opinion, because I haven't took anybody out of Brighton's on our 23s. I haven't took anybody out of Brighton's 18s. We've took Leah and people like that, and you know, Leah, I can mention that, and Jaden, all good young kids coming through, but this hasn't been the right time to put them in because of that run, because of how well we've done. But their chance will come. It might be this year, maybe next year. It's got to come. But again, it's not about the youths or the first team. You want all the clubs. So it's been a good week for the club last week. It was a good week, and we're very proud of what we have done in getting around. But again, you know, people say, "Oh, youth," and it's been fantastic. But the first team's been fantastic as well, and all that. And the youths have got to do. Like for example, I've sent a couple of youths out to various places, and they can't get in their sides. So I've got somebody out Westfield, can't get in their team. Now we've got to get in their team before we try to, you know what I mean? So it's a men's to whatever. And when we're full time next year, of course it'll be better because we'll be able to get them there during the day and all that. So I've only got 1 day to work with the team at the minute, or we have, me, Ian and Martin, and it's very difficult. So you've got to do phenomenal stuff to get non-league teams at the minute because the men's game. Slav's 18 years old, Slav, and he's had the most minutes of anybody in our league for 18-year-old kid. And he's been sub quite a lot for us. But
and he played for Oxford's under 23s.
Yeah, I went to the game. I went to the game. Yeah, I went to the game because we've got great relationship with Oxford. Dan Howard's not a top people, and Faz, they're brilliant people. And Oxford boys are always brought up very well. But he played for you at 18. Wants to play 90 minutes. He scored, good goal. He's played for us, been the bench, but he's had the most minutes at 18 years old. And people say, "Well, Slav hasn't played that much," but he's played the most, and that's how difficult it is to get in our team. Oh, but if give me the chance, I'll smash it. All that Dinkham's what I want to tell you now. Their chances will come. It's up to them, you know what I mean? But it's not about Slav again. It's not about Oxford. It's about what's the best for a football club. I can only make decisions what we believe are for the best.
Sure. Lastly and briefly, no game tomorrow. What are you going to do instead?
We're going to train tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock. And I'm going to watch Sutton play for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not going to hate. I've done my homework on him anyway. Ian's got a couple of good writers on him. But we'll train tomorrow. We had 11 against 11 yesterday. Went very well. Then we've got, you know, a partner play and things like that ready for the Sutton game. Just got to be prepared. Sutton's going to be the month ahead. It's going to be a hell of a month. Where we're going to be at the end of it, I don't know. Will it put any? Let's get on with it. People read too much into it. You know, yeah, we've got this and we've got Notts County. We've got this. And of course, they all look tough on paper and all that, but we'll just get on with it. We're not looking too far ahead. You know, we're lads are doing very well at the minute. I still think there's more to come from them. I do. I think there's more to come from the squad. So we've just got to keep standards up around the place, which again, it could be managers, it could be coaches and all that. You know, the players are the ones who do it, and the players are the one who are keeping other players out the side, and the players are the one who lead it. So when I get my big head on here and say, oh yeah, I've done really well being manager on a part-time budget, the lowest budget in the league, I'm very open on it. Don't worry about me or Ian Day or Martin Taylor or anybody else, Matt Yellow and all that. You know, it's the players who get where we are. So the players deserve all the credit.
Of course. Great, thanks very much. We'll look forward to the match on Tuesday.
Cheers, thanks a lot.